What's all this for? Some kind of
没东西可以捡，
survival bunker.
一堆艺术品。
Just a few favorites from my collection. Rescued and stored here just before I went off-world. Take a look, if you like. I'm curious to hear your impressions.
My friend is dead. Beta and Gaia are gone,
是的。
and you want me to look at old
看计划，
paintings?
没错。
Don't be so quick to dismiss the comfort we can find in art, or the insight we might gain. Celine and Endymion. She's the
月神
goddess
跟
of
牧
the
羊
moon,
人，
whereas he's a simple shepherd. Beside her is the god of love, Cupid.
月神，
So she's sneaking up on him?
这
More
是牧
like
羊人，
visiting him in secret.
这是月神。
The torch that Cupid bears represents Celine's undying infatuation with him. Though the two must remain apart, her love will forever burn.
这个呢，这不能看日语，这只有画可以看日语。
My favorite pairing. On the left is Woman Reading a Letter by Vermeer, a true master. And on the right is a forgery, Woman Reading Music, which fooled experts into believing it was a priceless original. Early in my career, I became fascinated with such deceptions.
这是原作，这是
Eventually,
右
I
边是
developed
赝品。
scanning software that could detect fakes with unparalleled accuracy.
Is that how you made enough money to buy your way onto the Odyssey?
Oh no. I made my real fortune later. This is Rembrandt painting Jeremiah, a man in mourning.
我没有一幅画
What?
看过。
His home. The ancient city of Jerusalem. He foresaw its impending doom, but could do nothing to prevent it. So instead, he saved its treasures from destruction, just as I saved these works. You could say we're kindred spirits. A portrait of the painter, Rembrandt's son Titus, depicted in the habit of a monk.
I don't get it. Why would someone like you, with infinite resources, care about this painting of a boy in a hood?
It's not the image itself, but the feeling it conveys. The face is bright and defined, but his eyes are downcast, heavy with misfortune. And the background seems to swallow all light. The painting is infused with a sense of loss.
I guess I understand how the painter feels.
Rembrandt's The Night Watch, by far the most famous painting my homeland ever produced. It was commissioned to honor a militia made up of influential citizens.
I guess you must have been an influential citizen.
In my day. But not as influential as you've been in this new world. The Dust. By Willem van Velde, the most famous of his many maritime paintings.
A ship crossing into the unknown. I guess you're familiar with that.
Indeed, which is why I appreciate this composition in particular. Though waves and wind threaten to destroy the ship, it perseveres, clinging to the light even as darkness closes in all around it.
A lot of weight on his shoulders.
这个是谁啊？不认识。这个呢？
She's pulling out her own hair. Out of madness, out of grief. I can watch her suffer.
There you are. Feeling better?
老妖婆。
How did you find us? At the cauldron? And what did you do to everyone right before I passed
老妖
out?
婆。
All business, I see. Well, suffice it to say we were keeping a very close eye on Hephaestus, knowing we would need it at some point. Your ruse didn't fool us, and as for my little trick, it was an overload of the senses, accompanied by an energy discharge.
超能力是不是？
Gerard
哇
and Eric were only momentarily disoriented due to their shields, but it rendered you unconscious while I got you out. Perhaps some breakfast might steady you a bit?
现在到了超能力是吧？越跳越快啊！本来只是原始人，人家打外星人，现在连超能力都出来了。
This was your house. The one you recreated for Beta, in the data channel you shared.
How perceptive of you. Please, this way.
After everything your people have done, you think I'm just gonna sit down and have a chat with you?
They're not my people. They never were, and especially not now.
You shot off into space with them, and lived with them for 1,000 years before coming back. So what made you suddenly turn on them?
Quite simply, this.
那什么？那是啥
My old focus.
？Focus。
You repaired it? But that means you've seen.
Incredible things. What you've accomplished in 2 decades of life. A 1,000 years at my back, and I haven't even come close. I'm sorry if I invaded your privacy, but I had to. In order to understand, to be enlightened. You truly are Elizabeth's blood. With her drive, her sense of mission, her integrity. Watching all this shamed me for the company that I've kept. Having seen it, all I want is to help you.
Even if it means stopping your friends?
Especially so. Please, sit down. There. That's better. Now, we must recover Beta and Gaia at all costs.
你脸白
By now,
成这
you
样，
must know that Gerard
是抹了
intends to
多
use
少
Gaia to
多少的
reboot
那
the
个
Earth's
粉
biosphere,
粉打了多少粉底啊？白成这样。
remaking this world to specifications that would only suit us immortals. This process will kill every living thing on the planet.
杀害所有的生
He
物，
calls it a clean install.
真屌啊！
Not if I stop him first.
杀
Not
害
if
所有
we
生物。
do. And once he and the others are gone, we can work together to fulfill Elizabeth's dream. I'm sure Beta told you that there's a build of the Apollo database on board our ship. A complete collection of human knowledge. With that and Gaia, we could do everything Elizabeth wanted. Heal the biosphere, educate the people of this world, uplift them. Create the world she imagined.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. From what I've seen, your friends are invincible.
无敌的。
I do wish you would stop calling them my friends. And they're not invincible. In fact, a friend of yours has found a way to defeat them.
Silence.
Oh, he's been a busy bee, building an army powerful enough to crash through Gerard's precious base.
Regala and her rebels.
Even now, she's preparing a final march on the Tanakh capital. When she wins, she'll have the entire tribe under her control. Hundreds of warriors and machines to throw at the base. She's been duped. They'll all perish, of course. But it should be enough to break Gerard's defenses and allow Silence to kill him. Along with all the others.
Using the new weapon he's developed.
Yes, he's found a way to circumvent our shields.
老
Truly
过
an
富
exceptional
贵
man. He's
厉害
planned
厉
for
害。
everything. Except you and me. You see, while his army is battering down Gerard's doors, you and I will sneak in through a back way. One that only I know about. While Silence and my friends are busy battling each other, we'll take back Beta and Gaia. I told you I want to help you. I mean it.
干有够肥，脸有够肥。
You said Beta's not in urgent danger, so what are the Zeniths doing to her?
Putting her to work.
真的很
Merging
我
Hephaestus
怎么
with
讲
Gaia.
很不成
A
比例耶。
difficult, time-consuming
那个
task,
头
as
跟那
I'm
个
sure
身
you
体
know.
感觉就很不成比
They will
例。
compel her if need be. But her life is not in danger. She's the only one who can do it.
Because you people made her to be nothing but a tool.
Gerard's idea, not mine. They always viewed me with suspicion when I attempted any form of kindness towards her. That's why I created the data channel. A virtual place where we could speak in peace.
So this channel you shared with Beta, none of the other Zeniths ever found out about it.
Gerard believes he's the most cunning of all of us. Even after 1,000 years, he still can't imagine that I would outwit him. The channel allowed me to interact with Beta away from their mistrustful eyes. It offered us a chance to be ourselves.
Until you cut off all contact.
Yes, though it pained me. I was worried that our meetings would do her more harm than good.
Well, she felt like you tossed her aside.
I was afraid the others would find out and punish her. She may not have had the comforts of friendship anymore, but at least I ensured she was safe. I know it seems harsh, but you must believe that her well-being has always been paramount to me.
Why did you make the data channel look like this place?
I built this house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place. Not just for me, but for the art stored below. Cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
Beta told me your colony was destroyed. That you came back to Earth because you had nowhere else to go.
It's true. After we reached our destination, a planet in the Sirius star system, we spent decades building a new home. The physical constraints of Earth, the boundaries of mortality, gone. To think of what we could have done with it. It might have been a utopia. Instead, we stagnated, absorbed in effortless comforts and virtual realities. It took a cataclysm to finally yank us out of our stupor.
What happened?
A massive geological event.
大地震。
We knew of instabilities in the planet core, but we underestimated them. By the time the collapse was upon us, it was too late to stop it. Only a few of us made it to the ship in time. We set course for Earth, the only safe harbor left to us.
Which you decided to make unsafe for
所以他
anyone
们要
else.
靠几个人来打，
Not me,
是不是异想天开啊？
Gerard.
是不是异想天开？
He believes it's better to wipe the canvas clean than work around the smudges. No more primitive tribes, no more combat machines, only a blank slate to do with as he pleases. But we will stop him. All we have to do is get into that base.
What exactly is your plan to sneak into the Zenith base?
We will make use of a lesson I learned from an early age. always know your exits. In this case, a place where Gerard's new construction meets the ancient foundation, a passage that only I can access. When Silence flings his army at the base, we will enter through this back door, bypassing most of the fighting. The distraction will provide us with a window in which to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Once we're inside the base, where will we find Beta and Gaia?
Here in the command center. By then, Gaia will have been reunited with all of its subordinate functions, including Hephaestus.
What about the alpha build of Apollo on your ship?
A simple matter of recovery once the others have been dealt with. With that in hand, we'll have everything we need to make this world as it should be.
My old focus. How did you find it, let alone repair it?
When we encountered you at the Hades Proving Lab, Gerard saw you as a redundancy. I knew better. You were a revelation. After your dramatic escape, bravo, by the way. Gerard and Eric assumed you were dead and gave up the hunt. I wasn't so sure. When the others were busy, I returned to the lab and searched for any trace of you. That's when I found this little treasure. Not easy to repair, but certainly worth the effort. As I watched your life unfold, you were like a splash of color on a worn canvas. What Liz was, and more.
Did you show it to the others?
Of course not. It was your actions that inspired me to defy them. It's worth noting that if I hadn't found it and watched its contents, I wouldn't have known to save you at the cauldron. You'd be dead.
So I should be grateful?
If you like.
So you know all about me. What about you?
What would you like to know?
哦，这看这个脸真的很出戏。为什么要用那么胖啊？你根本不如用丑一点啊，好烦哦！你换丑一点我还可以接受啊，用胖就感觉很奇怪啊。
Thousands drowned, my parents included. I was one of the few who survived. My guardian
真的很奇怪
sent me to boarding school.
很不搭嘎。
Among my peers, I was the strange girl, the orphan to be avoided. All because of circumstances beyond my control.
Oh. So we're a lot alike, huh?
Aren't we? You were an outcast. But you didn't let that stop you from getting what we needed. Neither did I. I climbed my way out of desolation and used my wits to build a fortune. First from the technical analysis of art and the detection of forgeries. Profitable expertise in those days. But as it turned out, the software I developed was even more useful for counterintelligence. From there, it was only a short step to gathering extremely valuable intelligence on my own.
You were a spy?
More like a service one could turn to for information.
约翰安
I
安
had to remain anonymous, of course, to protect my privacy. But despite that anonymity, Far Zenith inevitably sought me out.
What happened when Far Zenith approached you?
They painted an irresistible vision of humanity's future. One where we need not fear illness or death, where we explored the furthest reaches of the stars and thrived.
约翰，我亲戚被我说服不玩股票了，我是不是做了一件善事？
不一定，不一定，因为他也许后来会赚钱，会赚会赔是就是未知数啦，对吧？会赚会赔是未知数啦，对吧？他也许运气好赚钱啊，然后赚了钱之后就收手啊，对吧？有可能啊，也有可能，这很多。都不一定啊，有很多种可能啊。
I knew some of them were certainly.
当然也有可能大赔啊。
I understood the true scope of their greed.
没有运气啊。
I was grateful to simply be alive, but
赔的几率是很高，没错、啊，但也是有时候也就真的很晒，就赚钱了。
Where machines serviced their every need, where any memory or fantasy could be endlessly savored in virtual reality. It wasn't life. It was stultifying, a pampered dream state. As the decades passed, I withdrew more and more, alone yet again. But this time with eons to consider my mistakes.
约翰，如果你玩股票，你是买个股还是 ETF？
我一定买个股啊！我干嘛买 ETF？
To do what?
我一定买个股啊
Of course. To fulfill Liz's dream, which isn't so different from Farzineth's original vision.
而且我得跟你讲啊，就买台积电就好啦。已经有最好的股票，又何必买其他的、啊、
How do you know about Silence's plan?
其他的通常都是因为你没有选择，所以你才会去选啊。已经有最好的，你干嘛去选别的？
You hacked his focus?
台积电是很好的标的啊。
But his subordinates, not so much.
他也许他虽然不是标股，但是他就是你好操作啦，就是你不怕套牢会惨赔啊，对吧？就是给你最坏的打算好了。我们假设我们以最坏的打算，他当初从多少跌？680是不是？对吧？就他从680跌，你好死不死买到680，我跟你讲，你等个5年10年就回本了，因为他会配股配息，所以你等个5年10年，再长一点，你等个15年。万一真的很衰，你15年后应该也会回本，对吧？你要去哪边找这种标的，很难的，真的很难。有很多股票是，就是你如果套牢在最高点，你就再也不会回到最高点。
So she trades with the sons of Prometheus, machines to help her overthrow Hikaru.
In exchange for an assault on the base. Pride has deluded her into thinking she can actually survive such a battle. And all without ever knowing who the sons of Prometheus really answer to. Yet for all of Silence's brilliance, still he underestimates you. That blind spot is what will allow us to take
和台积电只能选一个，你选哪一个？
我一定选台积电啊！我就跟你说，我一定选台积电啊！但如果是你，我会建议你可能买0050会好一点，对吧？
So you knew Elizabeth.
如果你就是你，因为你们不是内行人啊，你就买0050可能会好一点点。因为你可以分担风险啊。但是因为我懂股票，我可以自己，就是我可以自己操作来分担，我不需要别人帮我分担了。0050是他已经帮你分担了，所以你就没有其他，你就比较不用管有的没的，就买了放着这样。只是这个是你比较需要考虑应该是进场点，进场点。像现在也不是什么好进场点啊，你看那个乌克兰要打啦。对吧？所以你看，有没有当初是1个月前吗？不是台积电又开始涨到多少？560是不是？还是多少？那时候涨到多少？对吧？你不是跟我说你好一副想要买，对不对？我跟你讲了，不要买，那个时候不要买，那个时候不要买。600。当初涨到660是不是？对吧？你不要买，对吧？你看，你如果当初660就想买，你以为它一路飙？你看现在又掉回630了。因为你永远不会知道未来会发生什么事啊！你看，像现在，假设今天如果乌克兰没有这些事情，我觉得630是一个不错的买点，因为它刚好我看它的那个线型，630现在是它的短期底部，这个时间这个地方应该是不会跌破。可是因为现在乌克兰可能开战，所以我不知道，我就不敢进场。如果是我就不敢进场，因为我不知道，也许开打，一旦开打，我跟你讲，短时间股票大概1-2年都不可能会再起。 如果开打了，我猜可能要4、5年哦，4、5年后股票才会再起来，对吧？你可能会有1、2年都是跌，然后到3、4年止跌，然后4、5年后才开始涨回来，对吧？未来真的是太多变数了，你知道吗？真的太多的变数，所以你永远就不可能，就是你永远不知道说你现在这个决定，未来来看会不会是对的？因为你哪怕你已经考虑很多，而且你也很多资讯、很多情报，然后你已经下了你认为你最好的选择，可是未来忽然发生一个新的事情，就把你所有的计划全部都打乱。
Her answer made me realize it wasn't, but she was very welcoming.
那还是放定存好了。
对啊，就是先不要出手，没办法啊，对啊，没办法，不然怎么办？
She knew exactly who I was. It was.
然后黄金也涨上来了啦。我刚刚手头有黄金啊，我要卖掉了，我要卖掉了。我也不想贪啊，对吧？如果开打，黄金应该会再涨，可是因为我不知道会不会开打，所以我只好趁现在赶快卖，对吧？就少赚啊，少赚，我不知道会少赚多少啊，
赚多少？
对吧？没赚多少，可能10%而已啊，没有多少啊，很少啦，我跟你讲很少，你就很奇怪啊，就跟你讲。物价已经狂涨，我那时候武汉肺炎一刚发生，我那时候就买了，结果买了2年才涨10%，对吧？很奇怪啊，很奇怪啊，对吧？通膨啊，你看去年国外就已经通膨的很严重了哦，然后到今年我们台湾才通膨，那即便到今年我们台湾才通膨，我们那个黄金还是没涨多少，我们黄金涨还是因为那个乌克兰战争的关系，要开打了才涨。很好笑啊，很好笑。这说明什么？你知道？这说明了之前都是骗人的，就是我学的那个经济理论都是骗人的。黄金根本就不是真的保值。如果真的黄金保值，没有道理物价涨、货币跌，黄金没变，你懂吗？因为如果保值，那应该是那个黄金会跟着物价一起涨，没有物价涨。货币跌，但黄金没变。然后是因为战争了，人家可能想说黄金比较好携带，要绕跑可能会比较有用，才开始买黄金，对吧？所以黄金也跟货币脱轨了，你知道？以前我学到的是，所有的货币发行都要准备黄金。你有多少黄金？
热钱都炒作啥重点？
比特币啊。比特币啊，一直是比特币啊，
虚拟货币啊，
对啊，就一直是比特币啊。你知道为什么一定要炒比特币吗？因为要洗黑钱。我个人是觉得是洗黑钱啊，对吧？然后外行的人可能就觉得啊，这个是什么投资商机还是什么？我跟你讲，那个老实说啦，就我学的东西来看啊，就是比特币这种东西呀。你要把它当做什么？你知道？你不要想说它是个币，你就觉得它是货币。我想比特币比较像是，就是艺术品，就是画之类的美术品。你把它想成美术品，可能会好一点。也就是说，有的人觉得它无价，有的人觉得它有价。对，就是在我眼里来看。我觉得它就是石头，可是有的人觉得啊，这个东西很值钱，你懂我意思吗？那差很多，你知道？因为它不是一个，就是我刚刚也有讲啊，货币发行是要准备黄金的，你有多少黄金，你发行的货币才有多少价值。可是我经过这2年，我发现它那个应该说。现在那个不知道是热钱关系还是炒作关系还是怎样，反正我觉得黄金跟货币已经脱钩了。因为我当初就是觉得武汉肺炎发生的时候，我就是觉得那个货币一定会贬值。那我就知道，我就纯粹想到啊，那黄金一定涨了，因为你货币跌，黄金已经就是相对涨，不是因为黄金涨，是因为你货币贬值了，所以黄金的价值才会提高。所以我那时候就去买黄金。结果搞半天干， 黄金就没变，黄金价格就没变。
可以容易洗钱。
对啊，就容易洗钱啊，就是容易洗钱啊，尤其是一些黑钱啊。像这几年来啦，这几年来啊，我怀疑那个比特币
黑钱都去虚拟货币。
对，一般都是虚拟货币。而且我怀疑啦，这几年比特币飙涨的原因是什么呢？是因为那个中国那边一直在抓人，一直在抓一些企业家。你看，像那个什么阿里巴巴就被国营啊，对吧？一堆中国大陆的那个有钱人，可能就是要逃跑的时候都去买比特币啊，我猜是这样啊。不是很多那个什么被自杀啊，然后什么私有民营、私有企业变国有啊，对吧？最近这几年啊，大量的私营企业都被中国官方收为国有，对吧？我怀疑是因为这个原因，比特币才涨。
不乐之捐，
就是有一些就是趁机赶快去买比特币，然后去国外把它领出来，因为你中国那边是有，它是控制金流的，它不会随便让你那些有钱人随便就把财产带走，你懂我意思吗？所以他可能就是先全去买比特币。
中国管制外汇，
对啊，我猜就是他们先全买比特币。人可通过关系花一点钱，然后就先跑去国外，然后到时候再用比特币换回多少。那当然中间会损失很多，但总比你什么都带不出来跑出来好啊，对啊，你懂啊？那是一些你就把它当做是手续费啦，简单讲就是手续费啊。我个人的理解是这样啊。
之前还听过国家印钞印到重复号码。
我只能跟你讲啊，习近平真的很厉害啊！我只能讲，习近平真的很厉害。他把大概2000年以来，就是7月2000年以来，中国进步的东西，中国的经济赚的经济全部都 A 走了。当然不是他一个人 A 啦，我猜应该还有就是底下的人分。那我不知道是他全部的人都拿，还是底下的人瞒着他，然后再黑的。我不知道是哪一种情况。因为你要知道，习近平这种人，他一定是他一定是搞不清楚他国内到底发生什么事，全部都是被他底下的人盖着，你懂吗？因为他那种人又只听好话不听坏话，你懂吗？所以你只能报喜不能报忧，你懂吗？那这种情况下，贪污就会很严重。我是不知道习近平他本人知不知道底下人在贪污，但我可以跟你打赌，底下的人一定贪污，而且污得很严重。他这种人就一定是这种情况就对了啦。反正你就是把以前的历史，中国历史跟对吧？以前历史发生这种情况会出现什么样子，就是一模一样啦。简单讲就是一模一样啦，对吧？就像习近平这样的人，中国出现很多个啦，不是只有他啦，对吧？像他这种那个领导者，已经不是只有一个啦。自古以来，这种领导者太多了。然后通常这种领导者，如果遇到一些内忧外患啊，就会变末代皇帝。如果没有的话，那也许还会东山再起。真的很屌，真的很屌，因为你自己想想看，一堆民营收归国有，这本身就是很奇怪的事情。你要知道一件事啊，你除非你很会管理啊，这么讲，你除非你很会管理，不然你给会管理的人帮你管钱，那他会赚钱，然后你可以收他税金，这样不是很好吗？你懂我意思吗？他很会管理啊，你给他管理啊，你再跟他扣税就好了。你想要拿多一点，那你就扣重一点的税，这样就好了。不是你直接把他的那个管辖权全部收掉，那你收了，你有办法保证你会赚钱吗？你懂我意思吗？你搞不好，譬如说他可能本来一个可能是每年赚1亿， 啊，你收回来可能变每年赚5000万，甚至1000万，哎，那差很多哎，那差很多哎。
杀鸡取卵，
对啊，杀鸡取卵嘛，简单讲就是杀鸡取卵啊。你任何有一点脑子的人都不会这样搞啊，你懂我意思吗？更何况中国那么大，你要做的事情那么多，对吧？啊，已经有人帮你管好了，你又忽然不让那个人做，你又把管理权收回来，那你要派谁做？难不成你要自己做？你懂我意思吗？因为这一般人民是不会懂的。你只有你曾经当过管理职的人，你才会懂。因为你东西，你也不要说管理职啊，你简单讲，我随便玩个，像我们玩那种，譬如说我们假设我玩《欧陆风云》，或是不要说玩《欧陆风云》，玩三国志啊，玩三国志最明显啊。玩三国志，你一开始是我每件事情都要自己来，可是等我攻下1座城、2座城、3座城，我甚至有5座城或10座城的时候，你有办法每一样东西都自己来吗？没有办法嘛，你一定会开始想要分一些给电脑，委任给电脑嘛，你懂啊？这就是一个很正常逻辑啊。可是不是今天有一个攻了10座城、20座城，已经电脑帮你管了10座城，结果你忽然又叫电脑不准管，然后全部收回来自己管，这是有脑子的人会做的事情嘛？你懂啊？这样讲就很明显啊，就很奇怪啊。那为什么？为什么他会这样做？我直觉就只有想到钱不够用了，你懂吗？钱不够用了，他们掏空的严重速度一定是超乎想象了，所以才会这样搞。不行也得搞，因为你不搞就要破产，你懂我意思吗？然后你看，果不其然，他们这样搞了好几年之后，我们去年就有听到新闻啊，就是中国在缺电，对吧？他们有好像是10月还是11月的事情，是不是？他们就是有一些地方都停电，然后说什么1个月可能有半个月都在停电，什么做2休5，做2休5，对吧？一般这种东西啦，做2休5就是你停电限电这种事情，而且是长时间哦。他那时候稍微看一下，他好像就是他们不是只有短暂哦，就譬如说像我们台湾，我们也有限电，也有跳电问题啊。但我们不是持续很久啊，我们就是只有1、2天或是3、4天就处理完了，不是他们那个是要持续好久啊，他们持续好几个月，有些地方要他那时候好像看到他那个论坛，他是贴那个一个公告，他就跟你讲说，要持续到就是从去年一直到今年的1、2月才会结束，对吧？一般正常不会出现这种事啊，这种你只有战争啊，你只有战争的时候才会出现这种事，结果他们没事就出现这种事。就是反正就是我就是觉得他们中国那边一定内耗的很严重啊，他们不知道掏空多少了。然后至于这些掏空，我不知道是习近平本人掏空的，还是底下的人偷偷掏空的，我不知道。我只知道就是他应该不知道全部的事情，习近平应该是不知道全部的事情，因为他那种人只听好话不听坏话。你底下人发生的事情，你也不太敢跟他讲全部，对啊，你只能避重就轻讲这样。像这种人，给他当领导，国家只会越来越惨，不会越来越好，对吧？因为你看，你只能报喜不能报忧，那你要怎么办？是现实当中就反正就是好坏参半啊，哪有都是好事啊，哪有这么好？有可能吗？对不对？一定是好坏参半啊！而且现实当中通常是坏事居多啊，好事很少啊。然后偏偏中国就很喜欢哦，我们是伟大的天朝啊，我们很什么都能行啊，什么都好啊，什么都棒啊，对吧？使人生不如意10之八九啊。结果他跟你讲说啊，我们中国好棒棒，什么都行，什么都好，什么都能办，没有任何问题。听了真是黑人问号，对吧？只能讲黑人问号。到底要什么样的脑子才会讲这种话，才会听信，才会信这种事？你看这个又来了 ，buy followers，买机器人哦， 买机器人。你想要当热门网红吗？买就对了。买就对了。
MR Destructoid MR Destructoid。
真的，他们到底是写什么程式啊？为什么每次都会找到我啊？他们都不知道那怎么写的，好会找，每次都会找到我。其实这个东西我记得蛮久以前我就看过了，好几年了。
无所不在。
好几年了。他们还特地进那种，就是像我这么少人的那种，特别进来。反而是那种你比较大台的那种的，你不会看到这种东西。只有像我这种个位数的，他才会出来啊。左一在哪？奇怪，为什么它显示是门外啊？可我出去它又显示门内。他老公死了。
We would come out here to tend to the garden. Sometimes I needed fresh air. Other times we would simply sit and watch the sunrise.
话说他们就是中国的洗脑教育真的蛮严重的。像我之前1-2个月在玩那个《寻路者传奇》的时候，有一个中国观众啊，对吧？然后当我讲说就是习近平把最近中国搞得很烂的时候，他还表示我是不是被那个什么什么，就是我是不是误解什么了？我是不是看了什么东西被洗脑了？对啊，他也不是小粉红，他不是小粉红，他不是我听他看到言论，他应该不是小粉红没错，只是他觉得我完全我对中国看法完全错了，他觉得中国还是很棒啊，就是他的棒不是指政治哦，他是指经济还是很棒哦，他觉得他中国越来越强了，经济越来越好了。对吧？然后他觉得任何
棒啊，怎么越来越躺平？
然后他也觉得，就是我是不是被那个奇怪的新闻或奇怪的，我是被那个新闻媒体洗脑，所以才会觉得中国经济越来越烂了，对吧？那因为我看他蛮坚毅，就是他很认为他，就是我看他表现出，就是他觉得他才是对的。那我就没有特别跟他争论，也没有跟他讲，因为我知道他，因为他只会相信我觉得他应该是只会相信他自己看到的啦，他反而怀疑我看到的东西啊。那我就没有跟他特别讲了，我就跟他讲说，那我们不要聊这个话题，因为这个就聊游戏就好，不要聊这个，因为聊这个也没任何意义，是真的蛮没意义。因为就算他知道了，也不能改变什么，对吧？就算他讲的是对的，我也没办法改变什么啊，因为我跟他都是老百姓啊，对吧？我们也不能改变什么，不管他对还是我对，都不能改变任何事情，所以我就没有打算跟他争这个东西，因为争这个东西没意义啊，对吧？就算真的让他知道中国的现况，那又如何？他原本在做一个很好的梦，你又干嘛把他打醒，对吧？人家睡梦好美梦做得好好的，你把他打醒干嘛？你打醒以后你也不能帮他，那你打醒他干嘛？没有意义啊，徒增人家痛苦，你懂吗？年轻一点的我还可能还会跟他争论到底，可是现在看事情看那么多，我就觉得想来想去好像也没必要啊，对吧？你就让他活在美梦， 不好吗？我觉得也不错啊。反正他也不能改变什么、啊，他也不会比较好啊。那他觉得他现在比较好，那不是一桩美事嘛，对不对？你又何必让人家洗过来，然后看到痛苦的一面，然后每天活得很痛苦，没必要啊。啊，人生在世很短啊，你就开开心心就好啦。想办法找一些让自己开心的事情，我觉得比较重要啊。
Oh no, I got enough trouble with the collar.
我靠，这个还要材料哎、欸，好贵哦！哇，你老师哎。
Override installed. Now to find a sunwing. I think there are some roosting at the top of the mountain. Okay, I need to find a sunwing to override. Better head up the mountain.
当初那个小粉红也不算小吧，他当初那个中国观众问我为什么会这样觉得，我只是跟他讲停电的事情啊，然后他觉得停电这个事情有问题啦，就是应该不是，怎么可能会停这么久啦，对吧？啊，因为我也不知道他住哪里啊，我不知道他住哪里，他那个地方可能没有停电嘛，所以他觉得我应该是被骗了。啊，我是后来才想起来说，他们除了停电这件事，还有那叫什么民营企业国营化，还有这件事情，对吧？反正不会只有一个征兆啦，不会只有一个征兆，一定还有其他征兆啊！只是因为我们是外国人啊，我们不是中国他们自己的人啊，就算是中国自己人，也不一定都知道啦，不够大的事情。他们可能都没办法知道，都被封锁了，因为共产党不喜欢看到坏的事情，发生再坏的事情，共产党都不希望看到啊，所以只会有好的事情，不会有坏的事情，只有那个完全盖不住了，他才会勉为其难的发布给民众知道，就像那个停电啊，停电这种东西，你要怎么解释？就真的停电啊，没办法啊。
中国人身份不到一定的程度，什么都不知道。
对啊，什么都不知道啊。
Good.
像最近比较热门的是那个巴海的那个妈妈，巴海的妈妈人口贩卖啊，人口贩卖，蛮好笑的。就是人口贩卖这个东西，我好像10年前就看过影片了吧？10年前还是几年前，蛮久以前就对了，蛮久以前就看过影片啊。结果没想到现在还是有啊。然后你看，发生这种事，还会发生这种事情的国家，还想要那个，那叫怎么讲？还想要殖民非洲啦？就是他不是盖那个叫什么？那个东西叫什么？熊想不起来。他不是有盖一个类似丝路的东西吗？那个计划叫什么啊？熊想不起来那个叫什么？
之前有个新闻，老爸杀死捉他女儿去而死村子的人。
那个我没看到，但是我看到一个，就是有一个人，他家拆了以后，本来要盖新的房子，结果隔壁的人不给他盖，然后让那一个人就这样子没有房子，搭着帐篷 过了5年还6年，然后后来有一天受不了隔壁的邻居，就把邻居杀了。那个的新闻你应该有听过吧？那个新闻也闹蛮大的。
On it.
反正中国出现什么新闻，我都不会觉得稀奇啊。他们会做新闻管制啊，所以你完全没有办法知道到底是真是假。你完全没办法知道是真是假。再离谱可能是假的，搞不好都有可能是真的。就是一般国外不可能发生的事情，它也许都有可能发生。哇，原来有这个可以打哦。
Need to get on top of its head.
不是买到预售屋盖到一半不盖了，
对，这个
一的人只能搭帐篷再睡。
哦，不是，他是他的那是他家的房子，然后他本来都已经搞好了，然后已经拆掉了，然后准备要盖新的，结果没想到那个隔壁邻居不给盖，不是买到预售屋，预售屋的那个是买到豆腐渣，这个怎么停啊？还是直接跳？他可以直接停，那怎么停啊？我被打不是啊，我被打，跟你老师我被打
Just got override it.
反正中国真的洗脑的蛮严重的。然后他还把，对啊，那个中国观众还跟我讲，就是他觉得，就是未来中国够强以后，美国会把台湾割给中国。我就真的不知道他是怎么想的啦，真的不知道他怎么想的啦，就是不管你中国再强大。美国干嘛要割给你啊？因为你就是先不说我们是不是美国有权把我们送给中国、
台湾给中国，日本要跟美国拜拜了，
对吧？就是不是先不要说美国有没有这个权利啊？就算美国，我们现在先假设美国有这个权利，那奇怪的地方在于，假设我们现在是一个游戏啊，我现在是美国，然后我有台湾。我要到什么情况下，我才会把台湾给中国，对吧？你就用这个思维去想，有可能吗？我打死都不干啊！我为什么要把台湾给你？对吧？我为什么要把台湾给你？
美国只有买的啊，
因为
阿拉斯加，
对啊，只有买地的，因为。我有台湾，我继续有收入，我干嘛要把台湾给别人？我吃饱太闲嘛，你懂我意思吗？我不知道他怎么想的，可是他就真的那个中国观众就真的这样认为，就是当那个没有什么好果子的时候，美国就会把台湾给中国。怎么会没有好果子？你美国拿着台湾。台湾一直会给你创造收入，
骗人民的资讯，
对啊，中国那个台湾一直给你收入，那你为什么要放弃台湾？你懂我意思吗？你如果要，那你就交易，那你要交易，你中国付得出那个钱吗？你懂我意思吗？假设现在我们中国可以买台湾，你要出多少的天文数字？美国才会愿意卖给你啊！我没有办法想象，你知道，那个数字太大到根本就不可能成交，你懂我意思吗？可是那个中国观众是真的觉得，未来是有机会美国把台湾卖给中国。 我真的不知道他这样讲，我真的不知道怎么，就是我真的不知道怎么回他，你知道吗？对吧？我真的不知道怎么回他，因为我光是从游戏的角度哦，就是假设我们现在玩一个游戏，我们扮演美国，然后我们拥有台湾，然后电脑中国现在跟你发出一个讯息说，他希望跟你买台湾，你愿不愿意卖？我光是这样想都不愿意卖了，更何况是现实世界。现实世界又更复杂，你知道不会只有牵扯那么一点点东西。你光是用游戏这么简单的那个思维去想，你都不愿意卖了，那更何况是现实世界，更不可能，牵扯的东西又更多，对吧？然后那个中国观众，我看他的那个，就是他看他的思考方式，也不像是一个笨蛋，你懂我意思吗？他不是那种笨蛋小粉红，你知道吗？他看得出来其实是很有想法的、啊。然后而且他还常常翻墙去看一些别的东西，他也自认为他不是小粉红哦，他的确也不是小粉红。我听他讲话，我也觉得他不是小粉红，可是他还是觉得就是有一些他的一些想法，就是让我觉得很跳痛，你知道吗？这根本就是小粉红才会有的想法，他竟然也有，所以我就觉得我就很佩服中国洗脑的那个能力，连这么。就是有这么自我意识的人，他被洗脑，他也没自觉，他还是没自觉。中国真的，这好像最后一关，看这个排场应该是最后一关了。啊，太好了！我还怕我来不及过关、欸。因为我本来我想要那个25号的时候玩那个艾尔登法环，这样我就可以开始解一些支线了。反正还有2天嘛，还有2天可以玩。那看来主线其实很短，一样哎、欸，主线很短。
End of the line, Hikaru.
我还以为还要再玩1天才会主线破关，没想到这里就差不多要破了。
They're down. The machines, all of them, they're down.
What? How's that possible?
Regala!
Enough bloodshed. Let's settle this. You and me.
Easy to say when you're on top of a machine.
我现在刚刚看了一下，那个阿洛伊的脖子粗到跟头一样粗哎。
Well, that was just to get your attention. I don't need any help to take you down.
Fine. I accept your challenge. And once I'm done with you.
对吧？难怪我一直觉得他双下巴，因为他的下巴跟脖子一样粗，你知道？我一直看起来一直觉得他双下巴，有够粗的、啊。近战是吧？我点一些近战技能好了。后面应该我这个几乎是点完了啦，后面应该点一些战士吧，打近战就打人类的、啊。要怎么跃升啊？他说 R1 按住 R2 就是了吗？玩玩看，不能学啊。哎，投射我！不能做东西。
Okay, better.
我防御波拳还要打2下，你怕第1下就弹掉，那打 GG 啊！不会让我做个药水啊？
Alright, so that's how it's gonna be.
That is left of your story.
It's hard to see straight.
阿人哎，跟我比是不是啊？
Is your heart beating faster? That's the fear that will consume.
有人是不是？太小啊！不是啊。 哎、你他妈太 OP 了吧！我可不可以绕跑啊？
Is this all you are? If you offered your blood, I'd spit it to the soil.
不是啊，我没有地方躲啊！
Strike at me.
这到底什么白痴地点啊？我没有地方躲是怎样？ 我被那个地上炸。敢不敢给我掩蔽物啊？不是啊，他有掩蔽物，我没有掩蔽物啊！你他妈在作弊啦！感觉真的很作弊的打3小啦！我靠！ 干嘛制作人出来？我不打爆你才奇怪！敢不敢给掩蔽物啊？他妈他有掩蔽物，我没有，是什么鬼啦？到底是怎样？
Strike and strike hard. I'll split the muscle from your body and hang you from a tree.
干这样没用。又没中哇！我有这么强吗？刚好可以射到他刚好抬手的位置。干嘛重来啊？受不了啊！有没有那么衰啦？为什么每一次我只要射下去，刚好它都会动一下，然后刚好射的地方就没有任何目标？
All right, so that's how it's gonna be.
The rains will wash your filth from the land.
该我走。不是啊，你他妈每个，我就3个可以躲，哇！ 我到底能怎么打啦？我到底能怎么打？不是啊，这光躲就饱啦！我永远不能攻击啊！我永远都不能攻击！你敢不敢让我攻击啊？我操你妹的！哇！你真强！他妈真强！ 不了，我看我用猎人弓好了啦。我知道啦，我没有买战士弓啦，他要用战士弓打啦，不然我真的没办法打啦。对啊，那个神社弓太慢了啊。我只能这样打欸。好可怜哦！哇，我快疯啦！我没有什么可以打他比较痛的方法哎。等等，我想一下，我看有没有什么比较有用的武器。他要升级后才有爆炸剑。他要升级后。没有哎。哇，不要，不要。不是啊，我这把弓还没拉满，他就跑掉了。痛苦啊！我怎么打啊？我真的没武器可以打他，我当初没有买战士弓啊！我想说我用不到啊，我怎么知道他会设计这种恶意的关卡？你不用战士弓几乎打不了啊！我刚刚怎么可以射到1100的？没用哎！啊！救命啊！到底是什么白痴关卡啦？好像要射铠甲的旁边，是不是？
Keep me in the fight.
还是没射到铠甲的缝隙。还有面具啊，射不痛啊！哦，有，他丢右手的那个缝隙射到了。老师哎哦，受不了啦！什么游戏啦？哪有人这样子啦？对啊，哪有人这样子啦？不是啊，我真的没地方可以躲啊！哦，救命啊！
斜线 ZQL。
原来不用杀死哦！我想说要打到死，这个白痴哎！力气这么烂，怎么打啊？超级小，然后他们还会放那个范围爆炸，真的很过分哎
！This is where it ends.
终于下来要够单挑了，是不是？我终于可以砍他了。
It is.
Take the honor. Live on as a memory. I will tell all.
啊，没有弹药。他人呢？看这到底什么白痴游戏啊！我防御破解要2下轻砍才能砍，然后他砍2下轻砍，他就先反击了啊！我要怎么防御破解？这很低能欸。开脚，开脚。啦，不行啦！你敢不敢？你敢不敢不要设计成这样啊？你敢不敢一下轻砍就可以重砍啊？他妈的，他一定要2下轻砍，然后2下轻砍就被反击了。又反击了！你看他一下就反击，我要打鸡鸡哦！又反击。
It definitely helps.
我找要不去啊！不要卡我啊！
I will rise above.
逃不学。好快！
This is my.
射脚可以耶！你干他偷反击啊！干这什么速度啊？我想到了，他这个应该可以击晕啊！他的脸。
Shall come to you.
不是啊，他那个电到我不能动啊，我一直被那个电回来啊，作弊哦！我没有净化药水啊，好烦哦，这是真的好烦哦。看，等下先用这个。
I will carve my story.
又来了广告。
Soon your blood will be mine! I will tell all! This is all you are? If you offered your blood...
哇哇哇哇哇哇哇哇哇哇哇哇哇哇！还是我先去捡补血啊，我没补血的。啊，半手啊，半手不错啊。
Here, death greets you!
看了的。
Is your heart beating faster? That's the fear. This is the girl.
先跑，先跑，先跑，先跑。我耐力的嘛不够，先找补血，先找补血。啊！会靠近的。他够比色的，是不是？有比色的，我有障碍物啊！这是我比色的，我射得赢他、啊，对吧？这是比色的，我一定射得赢啊！刚刚是他妈没有障碍物啊！啊，我没有机械肌肉了，我十个弓快没了，干！ 有没有这么衰啊？没了，我只用这个打了。这个缺点就是很弱啊！啊，不然我射3发好了，我射3发好了。 还是我靠过去啊？靠过去用射，靠过去晕完用砍。啊，靠过去晕完用砍好了，不然我伤害有点低啊。他要砍我了。怎么一直反击啊？不是啊，我连晕他都不行哎，什么鬼啊？哎，我刚刚晕完他，他马上反击，什么鬼啦？你作弊哦！怎么办啊？我没有办法做神射箭啊！我只能用可播的那个猎人弓打，真的很可播啊！那个伤害，你看那个伤害13。 哦，救命啊！没材料啦！ 用砍都砍不赢，好烦啊！他一直反击啊，看还会瞬移是什么鬼？是要胯下是不是？哦，那我用3倍打攻好了。
I'd hope to fight a legend. You're nothing but a tale for children.
是啊，什么都看不到啊！啊，我有神射弓，我捡到机械肌肉。 干没射到那个。啊？什么？没中？ 有人射到大腿了。我靠！刚好穿过2腿之间，有没有那么扯啊？太扯了吧！不是啊，那样没有中怎么可能啊？ 你那什么判定啊？哎，又没中哎！我到底看了什么啊？真的太扯了、啊，真的太扯了、啊。我没有那个了。我只能用这个可播的那个战士猎人弓。走开啊！干！
This is all you are? If you offered your blood, I'd spit it to the sun.
Oh. 干怎么还有一下？啊！不要！我要死了！
Feeling better.
Here I am again, on my knees before cowards.
只能拿烂的剑慢慢打。
Run me through.
Shut your mouth, traitor.
It was you who flew in on the wings of the 10. You who challenged her by our rights. You must decide her fate. I spared her once. It only made things worse. She was the best of my marshals. What a waste.
She's dangerous, all right.
我要派他去打那个。
But maybe that's exactly what I need.
他要去打远攻。
Cowards! What more do you have to conspire about?
Whether you live or die. You led a rebellion that tore a tribe apart. All for bloodlust and revenge. Maybe the only thing you deserve is to die right here. Or maybe that fury can be directed at the real enemy.
You want to ally with her? How can you even trust her?
Despite all that she's done, she's never been one to break her word.
讲信用哦，也对啦，
And will she give it?
I won't beg for
现在
my
都
life.
就是那种讲，
Decide.
恶人可以无赖，但是不能不讲信用，
I'm not here to forgive you for your crimes. But there's another battle ahead. Against an enemy more powerful than anything you can imagine. And I need people. A squad. That's willing to do whatever it takes.
I don't want your mercy.
It's not mercy. The battle I'm talking about will be charging into
他也知道啊，他们手下有打远锋人啊，他们也知道啊。
Than this? Yes.
他应该也知道我们还有一个外星人要打。
My blood is yours. Your enemies are mine.
Meet us at our stronghold, in the mountains near Plainsong.
You mean to send her alone? Without even an armed guard?
She does not need it.
I will be there. You have my word.
We'll hold you to it.
Chief, there's something you both need to see. In the throne room.
没有直接接哦，我以为直接就打远锋哎，因为我刚刚看那个排场，我以为这已经是最后一关了，结果还没有，还要自己走到打最后一个。
He surrendered to our guards outside the grove. Claims he has an urgent message for the outsider who defeated Regala.
So, state it.
It's for her alone. From an interested party.
I'm gonna need some privacy.
Clear the room. Put him with the rest of Regala's soldiers.
I'll see you back at base.
You saved the tribe. Let me help you with your mission.
No. With Regala gone, you have a chance to build the future you dreamed of. So get to your task.
Then at least allow me to give you this. Armor for the battle ahead.
哦，有新的铠甲了，
Keep you safe.
不知道抗性好不好？
Thank you.
Do you have any idea what you've just done?
Oh, it's a pleasure to see you too, Silence.
Congratulations on your victory. You saved the Tanakh for a few weeks. Unfortunately, you've doomed the entire planet as well.
Wrong. I don't need a Tanakh army to defeat the Zeniths.
Oh, Eloy. Have you learned nothing about the enemy we're up against?
More than you, hiding whatever hole you found. My idea is just better than anything you ever came up with.
Go on.
No, not here. We're doing this my way. Face to face, and with the weapon you've developed.
And why would I agree to that?
Because I'm your only way of beating the Zeniths, and getting the copy of Apollo that's on their ship. So meet me at my base. Mountains west of Plainsong. Time to submit to the
原谅
inevitable
是吧？
silence
原
and
谅大
follow the
结局
person who actually， knows
所
what
有
she's
的
doing.
所有的敌人都变
Don't be late.
都队友了，然后去打最终 BOSS 了。衣服，大元帅。 有大元帅的比较好啊，大元帅的只怕火这一件不怕火，这一件怕火，这一件怕冰，这一件不怕冰，刚刚好两个可以互搭，刚刚好可以两个互搭。
Tilda, you there? I did it. Silence is on board. So head to my base.
Impressive. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Now that I can fly, I might want to see what else I can do before I head back.
我知道为什么我材料不够啦，我刚刚连打来不及去领材料啊，对吧？来不及去领材料，我要去领材料，不然我现在没有材料可以打。他这边没有那个吗？他没有储存箱吗？哎，真的没有那算了，回基地领吧。对吧？我连续打，然后忘记领材料啊，害我他妈的射没几件都没了。
May your enemies fall.
顺便厕所。顺便捡补血啊！我连补血也没啊，救命哦！他这个设计，不知道为什么掉上去还要爬半天才爬上去啊？他怎么没有设计成掉上去之后跳一下就上去了？啊，这个头盔真好，这样再也不会觉得阿罗伊很胖了。他把胖的地方都盖住了，变漂亮了。
I didn't know what to do with him, so I had him wait in your room.
Got it. Thanks. Well, Silence, looks like you finally found a door you could open without me.
I'm glad it's there, actually. It kept me from having to mingle with the company you keep. But enough prattle. I believe you owe me an explanation. Your plans for the Zenith base.
You're right. I do owe you. My spear in your throat for deceiving me again. At the Hades Proving Lab.
I doubt you asked me here for that kind of reckoning.
No. Right now, I need your help. So I'm giving you one final chance. But if you ever betray me again, I will kill you no matter what the circumstance. Understood?
Very well. Though we'll both face a decidedly short future if you can't get us inside that base.
Aloy, your other guest is here. She's, coming to you.
Thanks. Good timing. The truth is, I can't actually get us into the base.
我们有内鬼。
But she can.
The company you keep is even worse than I thought.
Not a fan of surprises, are
内
you?
鬼，内鬼再内鬼。
Oh, look. That must be your little invention.
Does the weapon work? Without self-destructing?
Of course it does. I've eliminated the imperfections and greatly improved its design and output.
How can we be sure?
Care
你
for
可以
a
试试，
demonstration?
你试试。
Enough, both of you. We're in this together, at least for now. Go talk to Erend. Tell him I said to give you rooms of your own. I'll come see you when I get a chance.
Oh, no. You first.
After you. 不想把背后露给你。
Better get everyone in the control room so Tilda can tell us what she knows about the Zenith
我记
base.
得是。啊，这个先剪。
I just know they meant a lot.
这个吧？
Did you need something?
不是。还是这里啊？也不是。好吧，开地图吧。我记那个房间。有箱子的符号，下次记起来了。要把所有的那个材料理一理，不然不够打，那一下就没了。还是我放猜一猜啊？对啊，我好像应该放猜一猜哎。电浆跟电极又不一样哦，我操！电极加12%，电极7%，电极10%，电极12%跟电极敌人伤害。电浆防御，击倒威力，击倒伤害跟击倒威力有什么差别？我要去工作台，我还要去工作台，我要先去做满。工作台在哪？
just gonna be standing there.
So,
要卷背跟牙口。标枪感觉很难用啊，我稍微用过，很难用啊，而且伤害没有多高啊。
you return.
然后再回去领。又在卡。
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe it's time to get everyone together so Tilda can brief us.
好了，这应该是
All
最
right,
后一
people.
关了。
I need you up in the control room right away. Okay, everyone. We all know what's at stake. Beta, Gaia. Not to mention life on Earth. Now, it might seem like the Zeniths are invincible, but they're not. We've got what it takes to break into their base and defeat them. We even have one of them on our side. Tilda, show us the base.
It is constructed atop the ruins of an ancient military facility on an island to the southwest. I can get us inside. To this location. Undetected.
How exactly?
You'll know when you need to.
那时候到了
Once
你就知
inside
道
our goal will be this structure. The launch tower. Gaia and Beta are being held at the top. But along the way, we will face overwhelming resistance. Most importantly from Gerard, Eric, and the others. But also...
Once I take away their shields, we should be able to deal with them. But it will be easier to deploy the device if someone else is carrying it. I'll need a strong back.
Carry stuff? Yeah, I can do that.
Even if your device works, there will still be Spectre drones, scores of them.
If only we had an army to fight them.
I've got that under control. You'll know when you need to. All right. We'll meet up again just before we go in. Where's the best place to rendezvous?
On the coast, just across from the island. Once there, I'll show you the way.
Okay. I'll let you know when I arrive at the rendezvous point. And then you can join me. In the meantime, do whatever you need to prepare. Understood? You two? A minute? Tilda helped me get in touch with Beta, and she told me something important. There's an installation inside the base. It's called a regulator. Here. Once we're inside, I need you two to split off from everyone else and destroy it. So you'll have to bring explosives. This will help stop the drones. Everything depends on it. You with me? After that, I want you to find a way to infiltrate the Zenith network.
怎么入侵？对啊，
Go over
科
all
技
the
差那么
data
多
that Beta left behind. She knew
要怎么
how to
骇客
type,
啊
I'm sure of
不是
that.
啊，骇客最好看一遍就会啊！你们他妈每个都是天才是不是啊？
What am I trying to do?
Find
我不知道
information.
该从哪边吐槽啦。
Anything Tilda's not telling us.
敌人科技已经他妈的比你先进不知道几百年去了哦，先进1000年啊，不止哦。我们还是遗失的那个，我们文明还是遗失的。然后你他妈的叫一个人看一遍，然后就要叫他马上学会如何骇客骇进别人的那个网络里。Genius。
Okay. Almost time to go after Beta and Gaia. Might be good to check up on everyone first. A rush of air.
耶，又来了啊！我要死了。我跑太快，以至于他图还没跑出来，我要摔死了。我要摔死了。啊，好白痴哦！你们当初为什么要把基地做得这么复杂？复杂到你会因为跑太快而摔死了。真是低能儿。
Remember, we need to get Silent's weapon to the Zenith base intact if we want to take their shields down.
I'll be gentle with it, I promise.
Good. Without it, there's no payback.
Aloy, aren't we meeting at the beach near the Zenith base?
We are. I just wanted to check in on everyone first.
信心
We're
喊话
finally doing this.
Never thought I'd be off on a mission to take down a bunch of immortals from the stars. I can hear the drinking songs already.
You, talk to Tilda at all?
I tried. I don't think even a hot forge could melt that ice. And you say she wants to help?
I think so. Well, let's hope. Doesn't look like any of our guests are making trouble.
Yet. So, Katalo tells me you flew. Well, that's new. I've been busting my balls trying to learn to read. You're out there having all the fun.
Don't worry. You'll be getting all the fun you can handle soon. With the Zeniths.
Looking forward to it.
Faro made the right call. You know, bringing you here.
Thanks. Yeah, Varl. You know, I never knew he had a sister.
难怪会死掉，因为他有妹妹，
days
所以他
before
就
you
死
guys
了。
went to Gemini. I was.
没有妹妹就不会死。
Well, to be honest, I was terrified I'd screw up the mission somehow. So he sat me down for a drink. Just one, mind you. And we talked about family. Vala, Ursa, loss and revenge. How you helped us.
You know, we never did get that drink you promised back in the Embrace. And you never told me exactly how your sister escaped the Mad Sun King.
I guess we never got round to it. World ending and all. No time like the present, though. If you're up for it.
You look tired.
Ha! You never want to hold back, are you? I've just been making sure that I got everything down for this mission of yours. I wouldn't want to be the usual screw-up out there.
You'll do fine, Errand. You think it's time for us to finally have that drink?
Yeah? I mean, yeah, of course. Oh.
So, how did Ursa escape Mad Sun King Jiran's palace?
Well, first she had to survive the Sun Ring. See, during the war, the Karja threw a prisoner a day in there. And, you know, for what? To die as sacrifices, fighting machines in a pit. Thinking somehow that was gonna appease all the other deranged machines in the world? Ha! And when it was Ursa's turn, the Karja thought she'd go down if they threw a big machine at her.
Oh, but she didn't.
And she defeated all of them. Even got some of Jiran's kestrels for good measure. And the Mad Sun King was impressed, I guess. Thought it'd be funny to have her run around his palace as a servant. He enjoyed humiliating her that way.
I remember you telling me something about that. That's how she met Avad. He helped her escape.
Yeah, but what no Karja scroll will ever tell you is how the young prince snuck Ursa out of the palace. He knew their best chance was to get Ursa to blend in, so he got her everything she needed to disguise herself as a Karja noblewoman. Yeah, perfumes, veils, and all.
I get the feeling she wasn't too happy with that.
Oh man, Ursa would have rather fought her way out of that palace with her bare hands than put on all of that Karja eye paint. But Avad insisted it was the only way, so she agreed under one condition. Avad had to dress up as well.
She made Avad dress up like a noblewoman?
As perfumed and powdered as a babe. Ursa said he looked better like that than he ever did in a crown.
That would, definitely make for an interesting sight.
Oh, it worked like a charm, too. Not only did they make it out of the palace, they paid a traveling merchant to get Ursa to the border, and none were the wiser.
You were right. That was a story best told over a drink.
All good stories are.
I guess I should get going.
I'll see you at the rendezvous point, with my hammer ready.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
换谁啊？换谁可以讲话？塞人死嘛？
Did you need something? Bravo. You managed to sway a Zenith to your side. Care to explain?
Not a chance. I thought you said the weapon was ready.
There's always room to optimize. But that's not why you're here. I assume you want to comprehend my undertakings. So, ask away.
Since when were you so forthcoming?
Since you turned this into a waiting game. And as it seems you have found modest success, perhaps I'm willing to be generous.
Okay, so your big plan, everything you've been manipulating for the last few months. Let me see if I got this straight. You learned about the Zeniths from Hades when you interrogated it. Then you came up with a plan to defeat them by using a Tenakth army and that weapon. And to get the Tenakth to fight for you, or rather the Sons of Prometheus, armed Regalla's rebels with override tech.
Did you have an actual question, or are you still playing catch-up?
So all this time, even before I found the coordinates at the Spire, you were out here scheming. Why couldn't you just tell me?
When I learned of the Zenith's return to Earth, I laid out my plans. I knew I would one day require an army of overzealous Tenakth to assault the Zenith base. The casualties would be extreme. And I knew you would never allow such a sacrifice, no matter how necessary. Thus, I devised a means to remove your interference from the equation. At the Hades Proving Lab.
You wanted me to surrender to the Zeniths at the Hades Proving Lab. They almost killed me.
Based on everything I knew about them, I concluded they would find you a useful asset, thereby keeping you out of harm's way and, more importantly, out of my way.
So you really didn't know they had their own clone of Elizabeth?
No. Unfortunately, there was no way I could have known that particular detail.
Detail? Well, I guess if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here today.
对吧？一定不知道啊！他怎么可能知道远方人也有复制人？不可能知道啊！哪那么厉害啊
You didn't need a bunch of Oseram tinkerers to make override tech.
They were a necessary safeguard. My time serving Hades and the Eclipse demonstrated the risks of getting directly involved. Through the Sons of Prometheus, I could execute my plans, all while remaining anonymous.
Tell me about the weapon. How does it work?
I've upgraded the delivery system. It now emits a wave-like effect covering a significant distance.
That doesn't fully answer my question.
No, but I'd be a fool to reveal its inner workings. After all, why did you withhold your plan for dealing with the Zenith drones? Yes, even you can appreciate the value of secrecy when warranted. Suffice it to say that the weapon will work. The intricacies of how is knowledge that is mine alone.
Why help Regalla take over? If you wanted an army, you could have just gone to Hekarro.
Before Regalla's rebellion, Hekarro was only concerned with battling machines and fostering friendships with the Karja. Even if I gained his ear, he would never agree to send his forces to battle a threat he couldn't understand.
So helping a bloodthirsty exile was easier?
Yes, exceedingly so. All Regalla craved was war against the Karja and anyone who threatens the Tenakth. She would have led the tribe into battle without question, which was precisely what I needed.
只要听到有外星人要入侵了，一定挺身而出。
While I was out there, I had a couple run-ins with the Quen.
The tribe from across the ocean. And?
Their entire tribe was shaped around the discovery of focuses. One of them, Alva, even joined me here. Don't you want to know more about them?
No. They stumbled upon the greatest technological artifact from the ancient world, and what did they do with it? They shrouded the knowledge they unearthed in mysticism and taboo, creating a pantheon out of corporate shills.
Yes, well, it also led them to Thebes.
Did it now?
So those run-ins with the Quen I mentioned. On one of them I teamed up with their expedition to search Thebes. We found Pharaoh at the end.
You must have needed Omega clearance. So, what was it like?
Worse than you can imagine.
He single-handedly wiped out collective human knowledge. I'm sure it was still less than he deserved.
Let me guess. You would have scraped him into a jar so you could prod his brain, like what you did with Hades.
For a start.
All right, Silence. I think I've talked to you long enough. I'll let you know when it's time to go. And try not to mess with Tilda while you're in here, okay? I don't need the two of you butting heads.
Ah, yes. About your Zenith ally. I wonder if you understand what kind of person you're dealing with. For someone to live as long as she has, outlast as many calamities, well, Your goals may be aligned now, but I'd watch for the moment they diverge.
Yeah, I'm aware. Reminds me of someone else I know.
Survival is only a necessity to my greater purpose, Aloy. I'd hoped you'd recognize that by now.
Do you know something or not?
Oh, I know a great deal of things. But on this, just call it a feeling.
Oh, a feeling? You mean you finally had one? Huh. Guess even you can change, Silence.
I'm gonna clean my gear later. I can do yours if you want.
It's all going to be okay. We can't give up now.
There's Gwen stuff in here now. Must be all of us.
There you are. Well done, Aloy. Despite my reservations, you managed to secure Silence and his weapon. You're truly a shining example of Liz's fortitude.
I've been thinking about what you said at your house. How you were friends with Elizabeth. It was more than that, wasn't it?
没错.
Perceptive as ever. You're right, we were together for a time.
因为爱，千年之爱.
What happened?
I was an orphan. I had always been alone. By my 30s, I was starting to wonder if that was simply my fate in life. And then I met Liz. We kept running into each other at conferences. We'd have coffee. At some point, it became drinks. I thought it was just shop talk, an exchange of ideas, but then I was surprised at how much I looked forward to seeing her. Soon we were flying halfway across the world every other week just to meet up. For the first time, I didn't feel lonely. I could imagine a future where I wasn't. I think Liz felt the same way at first. She had lost her mother a few years back. I filled a void for her. I know I did.
他丧母，你弥补他的空间，心灵空缺，所以是这样。他把你当妈妈，你却把他当炮友，是这个意思吗？
So helping me,
母女恋是不是？
Elizabeth's dream. It's what?
A second chance, yes. I made a mistake leaving Earth while Liz stayed behind. I should have done more. So when I saw you, a woman who has carved her own remarkable path, beyond even what made Liz a phenomenon, I knew I had to help you. To do right by her.
Why did you make the data channel look like your house?
I built that house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place, not just for me, but for the art stored in its depths. Cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly, some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
You said before that you're not like the other Zeniths. That you never were. But you went along with all of their plans.
Out of necessity. I'm not proud of it. But complicity became a means of survival, both when Earth was consumed and when the colony on Sirius was destroyed. I did what I had to. But I resolved to remain one step ahead of the others, to try to undo what damage I could. Hence the data channel with Beta. the secret passage into their base and the little trick I pulled to save you.
Why do you think Elizabeth pulled away?
I've wondered that for 1,000 years. She was brilliant, visionary. She cared so deeply for the world, for the betterment of humanity. But it also felt like she kept everyone at arm's length, including me. She never wanted to share her burdens. I think, in the end, she had a core that she never let anyone be part of. Sometimes I wonder if anyone really knew her.
I found a recording of you and Elizabeth back in the proving lab after Farzineth's attempt to steal Gaia.
Yes. A most unpleasant conversation.
She said something after the call. I think she regretted how things ended between you.
Did she? All this time, thank you for telling me. I've always hated that those were the last words we ever said to each other. And that her last impression of me was as a functionary of Farzineth, not who I truly am.
What else can we expect to find in the Zenith base?
As I mentioned in the briefing, our goal will be the command center. That's where Beta and Gaia are being held. There are also printing facilities where the others have been amassing the natural resources they've stripped from the region.
What for?
First for use in the base's infrastructure, and then to fabricate more Spectre drones, a small army of them. In addition, they've also been ferrying materials to and from our ship in orbit. After hundreds of years luxuriating in our digital comforts, the ship was barely space-worthy when we made our escape. Disaster can strike at any moment. We've learned our lesson.
Have you figured out how Silence's weapon works?
No, and he's been very careful not to allow me near it. I'll admit it bothers me, but regardless of how it functions, I am confident it will deactivate the other shields en masse.
How many of them are in the base?
10, including Eric and Gerard.
10个人。
Only a handful of us made it to our ship
所以
when
总
our
共要
colony
打
collapsed.
9个人，有一个已经死了，所以8个人，剩8个人。
So Eric, was he always a bloodthirsty psychopath?
I believe he got worse over time. On Earth, he was the founder of a profitable private military company. A band of cutthroats, in other words. Even as governments abandoned human combatants in favor of automated warfare. He found success with clientele that required a more personal touch. There were also rumors that he personally hunted and killed his targets. On occasion, all for the thrill of it. But on Sirius, he retreated to virtual reality simulations. In them, he could go on rampages as violent as he pleased, though I suspect with diminishing satisfaction.
What can you tell me about Gerard?
He was the head of the world's largest financial conglomerate, and as such had dealings with almost every major corporation. It made him one of the wealthiest people on Earth, and certainly the wealthiest among Farzineth.
What does one person do with that much money?
Buy more power, more influence. Gerard's always believed himself to be a refined patrician, able to maintain control with a polished smile. But beneath that exterior is a cold and calculating operator. It was his decision to restrict Beta's upbringing to her digital educators, the avatars of the Apollo database, while we were painted as her benefactors.
Well, we'll deal with him soon enough. And the others.
I would very much like to see his face when he realizes we've beaten him.
When I was in the ruins of Vegas, I found data on a man named Stanley Chen. I think he was a Zenith.
Stanley, ever the optimist. He was one of the good ones. When we established our colony, he built an exact replica of Las Vegas in virtual reality. Lights, shows, gambling, every detail perfectly recreated. And while others cloistered themselves in their own fantasies, he flung his doors wide to everyone.
The way you're talking about him, I'm guessing he didn't make it back to Earth?
No, he perished when our colony was destroyed.
哦，所以只有10个人去外太空，去外星，但不是每个都活着是吧？所以就只剩他们几个是不是？那还剩几个？1、2，剩他们3个，然后现在有一个判到我这里，所以我只需要打2个是不是？
When Beta escaped,
对，我只需要打2个是吧
I saw another one of the Zeniths. Verbena. Who was she?
A dull star amidst a sea of brighter constellations. Unlike most of Far Zenith's members who amassed their wealth through shrewd business deals and technological achievements, Verbena inherited her billions. Her father had achieved great success in the luxury holotourism industry. At age 24, she became the world's most eligible bachelorette, branding herself a life designer. Someone who leverages their fame to influence the choice of others.
Like a cult?
In a way, yes.
Well, she must have done something right to have survived this long.
She was her own brand of ruthless. That much is true. But even rats can cling to a vessel for escape.
Okay, so I've had run-ins with a handful of Zeniths. What about the rest?
An array of the wealthiest people on Earth. Titans of their industries.
And let me guess.
没错，
selfish,
不懂马斯斯武器。
Most, but not all. There were a few with whom I got along. Annika Murjani, for instance, was always delightful. She founded the Holonet's most successful dance channel and was herself mesmerizing to watch. And I had fascinating discussions with Song Jiao about her work in cellular biology. Our immortality treatments are due in part to her achievements. But then there were others like Devin Miller, the CEO of a fast food printing corporation. His only real preoccupations were perfecting his golf swing and taking self-hollows. When I think about all of us, we really should have accomplished more. We had eternity.
You said before that
both when I did, hence.
Okay. I'll let you know when it's time.
I'll be here until then. And thank you, Aloy, for giving me this chance.
所以这个应该不会死的哦。
My past has always been a
破完关他还在那样，
more than once
这个好像
I've
不会
lost
死那样，
everything. But when I look to the future,
还是他会死啊？
I see Liz's dream fulfilled. A universe of
我
new
猜应该是不会死，
possibilities.
我猜应该是不
Maybe
会
we
死。
can make it
不
happen.
过华儿死了，害我有一些对话都没看到了，因为华儿已经
I
死了。
won't let anything get in the way. I promise you that.
开扁，现在10点半了，还是先不要。对啊，我怕一打，怕的要打1个小时哎。不然明天再打好了，我猜明天再打好了。我看先随便找个支线解一下好了。对啊，我怕一打。一打就完蛋了，一打要打很久啊。先随便找个支线解吧。
Snow. Well, when I'm out.
为什么不能回去？ 它是下是上？
What do you need?
A squad of Tanakh is holed up in the cave to the south. I think they're in trouble. At least one of them is injured. I'm headed there to offer help, but with the Tanakh, such an offer might be perceived as an insult, even when help is needed. Will you come with me? I saw you speak before the chorus, so I know you can be persuasive. And if things get out of hand, I will be stronger with your spirit by my side.
Isn't there someone in Plainsong who can go with you?
Not with Tanakh rebels prowling our borders. No one wants to get involved.
I'll do what I can.
Good. I'm headed to their camp now. Please, follow.
Why are you willing to help these Tanakh if other Utaru won't?
I've dealt with the Tanakh before. I don't fear them.
You really think they'll take an offer of help as an insult?
Tanakh are by nature unpredictable. Anything is possible. Almost there.
快到了，真的假的？你不是骗我吧？你不要跟我说快到了，然后还要走1-2分钟啊。
The squad is camped inside.
You there! This camp belongs to Eagle Squad. Retreat or die.
At ease, Eagle. I'm not here for blood, just to parlay.
You know the parlay sign?
Let us in so we can talk.
So far, so good.
Long way from the desert, aren't we? This one was blinded?
Boy, nothing gets by you.
Looks like your training mission didn't go according to plan. We're here to help, if you want it.
How does an Utaru know we're on a training mission?
He knew how to request a parlay, too.
He's not Utaru. Or Tanakh.
He
must be a veteran.
A veteran?
I didn't think there were any left.
We don't need help from a washed-out farmer.
Could have fooled me, judging by the look of things.
Sister, it sounds like they just want to help us. Why not let them?
What do we got to lose?
You said you're on a training mission?
A machine hunt. The final test before a young squad goes on active duty.
Everything was going fine. We tracked a claw strider and hit it hard,
but it fled into a herd of bristlebacks.
One charge right at Kore. He dodged just in time and landed a strike as it passed.
I hit an acid canister. The spray was like fire in my eyes.
Terrible wound.
I should have scouted ahead. Spotted the herd.
No. I should have spotted that canister.
What does it mean to be a veteran?
I was born Tanakh, but offered to Utaru in exchange for tribute.
Tribute?
Back when there was plenty, the Utaru offered yearly gifts of food to the Tanakh to keep peace between them. Over time, this tribute grew into an exchange of people. The Tanakh needed able-bodied youth to fight their clan battles. And the Utaru needed veteran soldiers to train the defenders of Plainsong. I was just such a soldier.
Was being the key word.
You may yet need my spear, young warrior.
我曾经是个那个士兵，直到我膝盖中了一个箭。
What do you need?
Supplies.
Dried meat, ammunition, weapons, camping equipment.
A lot of provisions for a trip back to the desert.
Everything we need is at Riverwatch. A huge cache of war spoils up there. left over from the rout.
The rout.
When our forces drove the Karja back to Barren Light, they made sure the Kestrels felt the loss. Made it hurt.
Marshal Canera shot a score of fleeing Karja from the top of Riverwatch, and her squad gathered the loot. It's all just sitting up there. Ours for the taking.
Deadly machines are known to patrol that place, and the ruin itself is on the brink of collapse.
You think machines and rotting ruins are enough to keep out Eagle
你
Squad?
家的 Eagle 小队已经不行了。
But your injuries are.
你已经不行了。
Let Jax and I grab
一
these
个
supplies.
一个瞎了，一个怎样？
This is our mission. I'm not handing it over to some...
Fine. Come with us.
哦，一个没眼睛，一个没有手，一个是这样。
Be safe, sister.
他姐姐好像看起来好像是最完整的、啊，另外两个好像都不太行啊，另外两个已经废了、啊。哦，3个哦，不是2个，3个，另外3个都废了。
The ruin is this way. Once we get those supplies, everything will be fine.
So you say.
What's that supposed to mean?
Your brother's condition is...
That's not your problem, farmer.
干只是鸽子哦，
Stop
我以为是什么
saying
鸟。
that.
Hey, calm down. We're trying to help, remember?
So you say.
We'll have to cut across the river. Avoid the Outlander camp down the road.
Trespassers.
There are strangers in these lands. Just like you, Eagle.
要打什么？这是什么？康口兽也好，我好像有缺，我好像有一个材料需要康口兽。
I hate getting wet.
Tough as a ravager, this one. I'll stay here. Make sure we don't lose our praise trail.
这边还有一个支线。啊，他人呢？不是、啊，你们游快一点啊！刚好我看那个方向好像还有一个支线呢。我操，也不慢的。
We're here.
The entrance should be right under that arch.
有机器人吗？有的。闪光衣。那只是什么？
Machine.
挖掘者，挖掘者可以直接用。
Aloy's on point. Follow her lead.
我看能不能直接用暗杀的，等他离开吧。看我这里。 第一只那么快，可以哦，第一只暗杀到。闪光鹰我不确定有没有我要的零件。对吧？闪光鹰我是不确定的。我看一下。有哎、欸，所以它鸟嘴跟那个哎、欸。 鸟嘴，主要是鸟嘴，主要是鸟嘴。要标一下好了，这个大，还有一只啊。 还有吗？没了。 没有好的角度没有好的角度等等，在这个地方看看好了。好，等等，在这个地方看看。这不能跑，靠腰。把打晕了。打晕真好用，打晕真好用。
That's the last one. I can get it from my stash later.
I had that.
Give credit where credit is due, young one.
Maybe I would have handled it better if I wasn't busy covering you, old man.
That worked.
You know, if this is too much for your old bones, you can always head back.
You should be more worried about that left arm than my old bones.
I'll be fine. I'm Sakura of Eagle Squad. I feel no pain.
这个是干嘛的
Ow! What is wrong with you?
会那个啊，木材会掉下来，没必要。
I could grab the supplies for Sakura while I'm poking
now,
around
that was
in
a
here.
fight. Reminds me of my younger squad years.
You mean before you became a seed spitter in plain song? I'll never understand why veterans agree to do it.
Seeds are pretty tasty.
I 还可以跟他交谈。他们两个人在哪？
I had that.
Give credit where credit is due, young one.
I guess the farmer hasn't lost all his fighting spirit. Supplies should be up there.
你是不是很想干人家？一直跟他讲话。
What's a deadly climb to Eagle Squad?
What are you trying to say, old man?
Enough. While you two were busy arguing, I found a way up.
Well, where are the supplies then?
Mind your tone, young one. You're lucky she even agreed to help. Come, let's see if any of these machines have parts we can strip. Maybe I'll show you a thing or two.
What could a farmer possibly know about salvage?
Only decades of experience compared to your very brief existence.
他们两个是不是最后会在一起啊？对啊，他们两个是不是最后会在一起啊
Okay, I should head into the ruins, grab those supplies.
Doesn't
look like it's blocking the way. Let's clear this up. Okay, The supply cache should be at the top of the tower. But how to get up there? That platform
其实我
up
直
there
接
is
架
not
老
very
鹰就飞上去
stable.
了。
Shooting those ropes might make it fall. A lot of rotting wood here. Something heavy
下
might
面还
break
有
it
东
down.
西耶。靠腰怎么掉下来啊？哇！
There's a crate in that room. Might be useful if I can get it out. There we go. Sounds to my stash. Small cache. Can't be the supplies Sequoia wanted. Better keep looking.
那边还有东西耶。那边的东西要怎么进去？哦，直接打掉。
Doesn't look like Sakura supplies.
烂，烂，怎么好一点啊？哎，靠北，我要再重跳一次。所以这里面有什么好看的吗？有。 而且没扫出来，神奇啊！就这样都会扫出来吗？这上不去啊！我也上不去。我有听到什么奇怪的声音？有人吗？有怪吗？不是有人，不是有怪。
No cache. It must be higher up. These are the supplies? Won't last them very long.
有怪。这是什么？
I can't leave that kid alone for a second. Jackson.
体型应该击倒2次就会晕倒。我要趁晕倒的时候绑东西。
That machine will shrug off acid.
这个什么长牙是不是？我等等打掉。长牙可以后面再打，有一些比较难打的部位，我要先打。背部，背部好了。这个是什么啊？这算什么？肛门是不是啊？还有其他只是不是？
Oh, there's Jackson Sakura. I gotta get in there and take down those machines.
还有其他只哎。那不然先用这个打好了。动这么快啊！ 有人看到了，是不是？这个我忘记要打什么了。线圈子，所以是后面的那一根就好了，是吧？ 标记射不太到这样子，另一只哎，这个，是啊，他都在正面啊。 我要打背面啊！我要打背面，不过他要死，已经死掉了。被队友杀了，来不及呀，来不及拆呀，被队友杀了。
I'll put these in my pack.
Well fought, Eagle. Though I would have preferred if you hadn't taunted that thing. What did you find?
Practically nothing. Sakura, there's maybe a day's worth of food here and some rotting medicinal herbs.
There was supposed to be more. Enough for
It was never your intention to go home, was it?
What do you mean?
A blind Tenakth can't fight. And if you can't fight...
The Tenakth will kill Korra from being blind?
He'll face a trial against the machine.
They say it's more dignified that way. But it's still a death sentence.
So you were gonna use the extra supplies to live in the wilds?
I thought it would be enough to get us started.
Can't they stay in Plainsong?
Plainsong has too many mouths to feed. The chorus would never allow it.
We should get back.
I'll take this young sprout back. Meet us at the cave when you can.
没得吃就杀掉啊！其实大自然也是这样啊。那个有缺陷的那个孩子，那个野外动物都不会养啊，它会直接把它丢掉，因为养不大。大自然是很无情的。有经典哎！啊，没差，我有老鹰哦。 我老鹰。老鹰飞得比马快多啦。
Speak the truth, plain and simple. Aloy, we were just about to head in. So what will you tell them?
That we'll have to make do. Survive in the wilds without the supplies.
That will be a hard life.
Better than letting Corey be killed if we go back.
There must be another way.
I don't see one.
So, we're all stocked up then?
The cache was empty. But we'll be alright without them.
I can't let you starve out here. Just leave me.
No!
留下来你也是死啊！对啊，留下来你也是死啊。
You said Plainsong has too many mouths to feed to take them all in, but what about just...
I am not leaving my brother behind!
He'll be safe in Plainsong, and the rest of you can head home. It's the only real solution you've got.
The chorus won't like it. But if I vouch for the boy, share my rations with him, I could convince them. I will do so if Korra wishes.
No! You're not taking him!
Sakura, I think this is the best option. I'm a burden to you out here. This is what I want. Let me go with him.
不过，因为他只是瞎了，所以其实他还是可以做一些事情啊。他还是可以做一些事情。
I will visit you in Plainsong, and no Utaru
会做的比较差就是了。
They would be foolish to try.
就变成他必须要有一个人在他旁边，一边做事一边指点他。
You've shown strength and wisdom today. Rare combination. You have my thanks.
如果是没有手或没有脚，那可能更惨。也可能更惨。好，就先看到这。准备我要休息了，明天再开，明天再把主线过完，拜拜。
88。